The Supreme Court has very shockingly decided that the massively partisan and racist map put together by Texas Republicans in their gerrymanders, totally cool. Everybody get all the way off their back about it and probably let them use it in the actual election. We're not quite done with it, but it really looks like they're going that direction. The three liberals, of course, dissented. The majority said a lower court likely erred when invalidating the map as a likely racial gerrymander. They're pretending that it's just a partisan gerrymander, which is totally cool, I guess. We already broke down, go look at our prior reporting this. It is crystal clear that they did this with advising from the DOJ in a boneheaded, blundering way to do it in an explicitly racial way. The conservatives on the Supreme Court are just choosing to ignore that because they want the partisan outcome of this. So any of you who for some reason have some lingering like respect for the court, you think that it's an honorable organization, these are angelic beings of law. No, they're partisan actors, that's what they're doing. And I know some people will probably say, oh, you're so mad that they're gonna allow that map, but you're totally cool with the California map. Well, first of all, I want all of this to be independently redistricted. That said, we didn't have that weird paper trail of like screw over racial minorities that they did. And we actually ran it past the people of California. Texas didn't do that. They told their voters to sit and spin, and they just did the map that Donald Trump told them to. It was pathetic, and it is not at all the same thing as what California did. But in any event, there was a dissent. Elena Kagan said, today's order disrespects the work of a district court that did everything one could ask to carry out its charge, that put aside every consideration except getting the issue before it right. And today's order disservices the millions of Texans whom the district court found were assigned to their new districts based on their race, because that's what it was. And as we'll show in this next graphic, the conservatives respond. They pretend that it's the same thing as in California, when again, the facts of the matter just don't imply that, and say it was just a partisan advantage, pure and simple, which they should maybe do something about, but they don't want to. Now, Trump has not bragged about this win in the Supreme Court yet, but he is trying to use the threat of changes to the court in the future to get his voters revved up. He says the Democrats' #1 policy pushes the complete and total obliteration of our great United States Supreme Court. They will do this on their very first day in office through the simple termination of the filibuster should they win in the upcoming elections. The radical left Democrats are looking at 21 justices with immediate ascension, which is how normal people talk. That's whatever.
It's a very Muslim way to say it.
Yeah.
That's what Muhammad did to heaven.
That immediate ascension. The 21 is who has said that specific? I mean, it sounds great. Tell me more, Sleepy Don, and then Quiet Piggy. But I don't. What's the 21? We didn't say. Also, they were in power just a few years ago. Why didn't they do it if they were going to do that? We were pushing them to consider reform of the Supreme Court. They don't want to do anything like that. But anyway, let's assume that they get their gerrymandered Texas districts. Here's how it currently looks. On the maps that are enacted, it's believed the Republicans have a net gain of about 9, or a gain of 9. We have a gain of about 6. There's pending maps that could give them 2 more seats, but also Virginia Democrats have now proposed a new map that they think would give us 4 seats. And again, all of this, as we've broken down in prior clips on Texas, is based on assumptions about voting behavior from the 2024 election that the special elections are very much implying are not necessarily going to go that way. And so they might get what they want and not like it when they get it. But what do you think, Brett?
Right. The fear here is that they will have engineered these elections so that they win them by the skin of their teeth. Now, with the fact that the trend that most incumbents lose seats in the House relative to the last election they had to gain seats in the House, they might just get their teeth knocked out.
That'd be a shame.
And that would be so hilarious if they were like, all right, we'll win by a couple hundred votes. We're good to go. Bingo, bango. We now have a 4-seat lead in the House. And then blue wave comes, knocks them down, and they're way behind. Like, that would be so hilarious.
I would love it.
Yeah. These things are so stupid. It's so bad. If you're doing this, and this was Trump's idea, Trump started it. It's that you don't have good enough ideas to win in what Republicans have been telling me is the most important thing, the marketplace of ideas. And this gerrymander is the same thing, essentially, as Elon Musk swooping in and buying Twitter. Larry Ellison swooping in and the Ellisons swooping in and buying whatever they can, CBS News. It's the same damn thing. Rather than have better ideas, they would rather just buy the mechanisms by which ideas, or in this case, representation, is meted out.
Yeah.
Or doled out.
Yeah.
And they want control of it because of course they do. They're Republican.
And that is why there's always so much money on the right to prop up their debaters, to give them the shallow, fake veneer of we're an ideas party. We like to actually hash out ideas. No, you don't. You're trying to rig it in every way that you can, on the media side, and the social media side, and the electoral side. They're not interested in winning people over. They gave up on that a long time ago.